Happy Thanksgiving to my viewers in Canada. Happy Columbus Day to my viewers in the States, or whatever the holiday may be in each individual state. And to viewers around the rest of the world, hey, to those of you in Europe, the NHL thought about you guys today, and there's already 2 games being played. So you guys can watch them at a relatively decent time for you over there, depending what part of Europe I'm talking to. The only news of the day really is mostly bad news. JVR is out 5 to 6 weeks for Philly. Of course, JVR was a huge signing for the Flyers, 30 goal scorer, and him being out of the lineup will hurt. It's going to put pressure on a lot of the kids. It's going to put them under a microscope a little bit, and it hurts JVR for this season overall, because over the next 5 to 6 weeks, who knows what line he ends up on when he gets back. So if Philly ends up doing well, that it could hurt JVR standing when he comes back. Dubinsky, it's his annual injury. He's out 4 to 6 weeks for Columbus with an oblique strain. So strained oblique, he's out for 4 to 6 weeks. Brandon Dubinsky is a guy who really fell off the map over the last few years. He was a pretty decent prospect at one point, and he could put the puck in the net at a decent clip at one point, and it's fallen way off for him. He had a rough second half to last year, and now he's out with an injury this year as well. And we'll see what ends up happening with him. He's one of those guys that if Columbus decides they need to shed salary at some point, if they can find a taker, I think they'll do it. But we're not there yet, so let's just hope that he comes back healthy from this latest injury for him. On the upside, Kovalchuk got his 400th assist last night, so his first point out of 2 of last night's game was his 400th assist. He's also up to, by my count, 815 career points. But it's going to be interesting to see how Kovalchuk does for the Kings this year. He doesn't have a goal yet, but I guess if he can chip in with helpers, I guess those helpers, it all count. They're all points. It's all the same, right? For Florida, and it's interesting because Dubinsky has his regular injury issues, as does Luongo. And every time Luongo is out as a Canuck fan, I get nervous because if Luongo decides to retire, that cap recapture penalty hits Vancouver. And it's not insignificant. So Luongo's out for 2 to 4 weeks with a lower body injury. I'm going to go ahead and say that when his own player landed on his leg, that may have caused some kind of a groin strain with him. He's had this problem for years. So I would not be surprised if that's what happened there, that just tweaked it just enough that he's out 2 to 4 weeks, which means if you're a James Reimer fan, and if you've got him in your hockey pool, good news, Reimer's going to be playing for the next 2 to 4 weeks. And this is why Florida will always have 3 NHL-level goaltenders ready to go. They can't afford to go with 2, because Luongo will get hurt regularly. It's just... And it's unfortunate, but at 39 years of age, he's played 1,002 games now. That's a lot of mileage, not including playoff games. A lot of mileage on him, and this is going to be a regular thing. So hopefully he's back in the 2 weeks, not the 4. But if he's out for the 4, the good news for him is that James Reimer played very well in the second half of last season while he was injured. And Reimer's play helped spur on the Florida Panthers to an excellent finish to the season. So it's not the end of the world with Luongo on IR, but there are a lot of players currently on IR, considering we're only a week into the season. We're not even a week into the season yet. So there you go. Let me know your thoughts regarding these topics in the comment section below. Not a whole lot else to report right now for today, but there's games on right now, so go watch them, including Boston and Ottawa, for instance. And don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you're browsing your way through. You just happened upon this video. I'll talk to you again soon.